Welcome to the inaugural USL League One in 10. My name's Jason Longshore. I'll give you the 10 things you need to know in 10 minutes about the USL League One. Season kicks off tomorrow night, and that's our number one topic on the list. Statesboro, Georgia is the site. USL League One inaugural match, South Georgia Tormenta hosting the Greenville Triumph at Irk Russell Park. USL League One certified by the U.S. Soccer Federation at the third division level, and the league will have 10 teams compete for the inaugural championship in 2019. Number 2 on the top 10. The remainder of the first week of action. Not every team's in action in week 1, but the rest of the matches are on Saturday this week. Longtime USL club Richmond Kickers hosts the expansion Lansing Ignite FC. FC Dallas's USL affiliate North Texas SC hosts the expansion Chattanooga Red Wolves, and the returning Orlando City B hosts FC Tucson. FC Tucson, similar to South Georgia Tormenta, they operated in the PDL, which is now known as USL League 2. Tucson's been there for a number of years, and we'll get into Tucson just a little bit more as we dig deeper into the top 10. Number 3 on the list, the two teams that are not playing in week 1. Expansion side Forward Madison FC and former USL Championship side Toronto FC2. Both will start on the road in week 2 of the season. Peter Wilt, longtime successful soccer executive, he's your managing director of Forward Madison. Daryl Shore, who worked with Wilt at the Chicago Fire, he was also an interim manager for Real Salt Lake in 2017. He'll be the club's first manager. Toronto FC2, they've long focused on giving academy players their first taste of the professional game. They've typically fielded one of the youngest rosters in the USL. That young group will hit the road for week 2, their first match in USL League One play. Number 4 on the list is the future. Already confirmed for 2020 are 2 returning USL clubs in Penn FC and the Rochester Rhinos. Penn FC played at the second division level in 2018. They rebranded in 2018 as well. This is a club with a lot of history. They launched in 2004 as the Harrisburg City Islanders. Penn FC has a lot of history. The Rhinos have even more. They launched in 1996 in the old A-League and are the last team from outside Major League Soccer to win the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, which they did in 1999. Rochester won the USL Championship in 2015, their 4th in the club's history. They've been on hiatus for a couple of years, and they're moving to a new stadium site. They'll be ready for USL League One play in 2020. Number 5 on the list. Like Penn FC, like Rochester, the Richmond Kickers bring lots of history to the inaugural season of USL League One. The Kickers are one of the oldest continuously running clubs in American professional soccer. They haven't just been around for a while. They've had a lot of success, a tradition of success at this level, the Division III level. They won the old USL Second Division Championship twice, 2006 and 2009. And going back to their early days, they won the USISL Premier League crown in 1995. They actually did the double that year where they won the Open Cup as well the year before Major League Soccer started. Richmond Kickers, longtime successful club. This has been a level of play when there was a third division offered. The Kickers really made it their home. It makes a lot of sense for them to be in USL League One and bring a lot of credibility to the table for the league in its first year. Number 6 on the list, the Kickers will host the expansion Lansing Ignite FC on Saturday at 5 p.m. at City Stadium. Nate Miller is the manager of the Lansing Ignite FC. He served in that role for the USL League Two side Lansing United last season. He's brought some players from Lansing United up to play with Lansing Ignite FC. He's also brought some veterans together this year to help get this young group ready for the professional game. One player to look out for is speedy winger Nathan Lewis. Lewis is in contention for a CONCACAF Gold Cup roster spot with Trinidad and Tobago. That speed will cause teams problems in USL League One this season. Number 7 on the list, another player to keep an eye on in 2019, is North Texas SC forward Ricardo Pepi. He's been lighting it up in preseason. He has 6 goals in 4 matches, and he's made some highlight reels along the way. He's going to lead North Texas SC out at Toyota Stadium in Frisco against Tim Hankinson's Chattanooga Red Wolves on Saturday. Chattanooga held USL Championship side Atlanta United 2 to a 1-1 draw during preseason. And in that match, which I had the opportunity to attend, Irish midfielder Stephen Beattie was the player who stood out to me for the Red Wolves. He's going to be the key to controlling the middle of the field. You have a lot of veterans with Chattanooga. You have a very young North Texas SC side that's going to pull a lot of homegrown players from FC Dallas, but also a lot of academy players from one of the best academies in the country. This is going to be a really fun one to watch, and I think it shows you kind of the variety of the types of squads you're going to see in USL League One this season. Number 8 on the list, another young squad, Orlando City B. They returned to the field after a 1-year hiatus on Saturday night. They're hosting FC Tucson at Montverde Academy in Central Florida. Tucson, mentioned them before, they're unique in USL League One. The league has teams that are affiliates, but Tucson is the only one that is an affiliate of a USL Championship squad, Phoenix Rising. Orlando, obviously, the affiliate for Orlando City in Major League Soccer, they're going to be one of the youngest teams in the league. Their first signing really set the tone for what they're going to be. Jordan Bender, 17-year-old U.S. Youth National Team midfielder. He's going to be one of many teenagers who are trying to catch the eye of first-team manager James O'Connor. Number 9 on the list, the Greenville Triumph. They're going to be the visiting team in that inaugural match tomorrow night. They don't lack for experience on the touchline, though. U.S. men's national team legend John Harkes will lead the Triumph into USL League One. He was the manager in charge of FC Cincinnati in their first year as well. Paul Klaus, 4-year starter at Clemson, a Manchester City product, he's going to be expected to carry the Triumph in midfield. Wasn't able to break through in Major League Soccer after being drafted by DC United. He has experience in the second division. He has experience overseas. He's a creative player that will be charged with a lot of work in this midfield for the Triumph in year one. And number 10 on the list, the hosts for the inaugural match. They made some news yesterday. South Georgia Tormenta broke ground on what will become their new home. It's a multi-million-dollar project that's going to include, in total, 225 acres of development in Statesboro, Georgia. The anchor of it all is the soccer stadium. It's expected to be ready in time for the 2020 USL League One season. Friday's match will take place at Georgia Southern University's Irk Russell Park. One player to watch for Tormenta, 6'4" defender Josh Phelps. He's led Tormenta's USL League Two side for the last 2 seasons. He was a big part of their U.S. Open Cup campaign, and he epitomizes the club's pros start here motto. He was the first signing for the pro team. He's going to be one of those leaders for the club this season. He's already very well known in Statesboro. Josh Phelps and the rest of his crew kick off USL League One tomorrow night against the Greenville Triumph. You can watch on ESPN+. You can watch ESPN+ for USL League One matches all season long. If you're international and you're checking this out, you can watch on YouTube. Check out USL League One action there. We'll be doing this every week on Thursday. We'll recap what happened the weekend before. We'll look ahead to the upcoming weekend in USL League One as the third division returns in the United States this season with USL League One. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next week.